Okay, well, here's my next project. This is actually a pretty large one. The display is, I think, 3.9 inches. It's an ILI 9486, very similar to ILI 9431, TFT display with lots of wires. Let's see. Lots of wires on a little, it's probably a T7. Oh boy, my prop fell down. Well, we can do without it. So this was the first screen that came along. It's hard to see the colors. There we go. Yellow and red, pretty pretty garish. The dots come and go. Why are you not focusing? Thank you. The dots come and go around for the seconds. The minute hand moves only when it gets to a new pixel, so it's sweep, sort of, you could say. And of course, month, day of the month, day of the week, and year in the corners. Not in the same order as my other project. I should make them both the same. This one has multiple screens, and it also has a touch routine that I wrote, which gives single, double, triple, and long touch, and 8-way swipe, which is really well worth something, I think. So it lets me do a lot with no buttons. There's no buttons on the clock, so I have to do it all with touch. So a single touch, a tap, switches to the next screen. This one is, I guess, for hanging over the computer on the wall or something. Don't know. Don't remember exactly why I designed it, but it was the second one I did. Then came this one. This is for viewing from across the room, and that's the way I actually use it here. This is the screen that sits up there on the air conditioner across on the other side of the room, and it's big enough to see. I'd actually like the bottom two things to be a little bit bigger and the top one to be a little smaller, which is not too hard to do because I'm using Open Font Render, which lets you decide on the fly what size you want on the screen. You do not have to go create a new binary font file. You just do one binary font file from the TTF directly. Maybe OTF, I forgot. I think he takes OTF and TTF and Open Font Render. It's a little bit slow, but it sure is convenient. If you're not in an awful rush, then OFR is a very good choice, because you just load one font file into your fonts tab in your program. Hello. And you just say, oh, I want this size here, this size there, and that's all you have to do. You just one command to set the font size and do it, and it comes up that size. Okay, one more tap. Oh, not yet. Okay, does anybody know what time it is? Does anybody really care? Chicago, 1970. This is binary coded decimal. That's BCD, binary clock. This one over here is the tens of hours. This is units of hours, tens of minute, units of minute, tens of second, and units of second. And you can figure out from what's on and what's off. Boy, the colors did not come through right on the phone here. That bottom hour one is actually not on, but it looks exactly the same on the phone. Oh well, when you get it, you can see the real thing. The green's working. The yellow sort of, or that, well, it's really orange, but it looks yellow on here. And the red is just unusable. So you can't really tell what it is, but it is the time in hours, minutes, and seconds. Then this one, the famous dual time zone display. I was using Easy Time, the Easy Time library with this, but it was causing me too much problem. It would get the wrong time. These would both end up being the same, and that's not right. They're 16 hours apart. And it would it would not get the time, or it would get the wrong time. So I got off of Easy Time, and I'm glad I did. It was slow, and the ISP I was using, it goes down a lot, and every time it goes down, it takes 16 hours before I can get back in touch with Easy Time. So I said, enough of that. We're not going to do that anymore. So I moved over to SNTP, Simple NTP. Okay, what's next? Okay, so we're back to that. Then we'll demonstrate double tap. No. Double tap. Thank you. There's my calendar. And it shows the 26th is my anniversary date. So I coded that in a little table in there. You can put stuff in the table and put the color that's going to pop up on the calendar for your special days. If you swipe, it goes to the previous or the next month. Oops. This touch thingy is kind of not the best. So then it'll either go away by itself, or if you touch it, it'll go away back to there. Now, swipe. Tells me when my next Social Security payday is. That's based on your day you were born. That one goes away pretty quick. Next payday, February 14th, 26th. And it says like 1 week, 2 weeks or something, or hooray, it's today, or whatever. My little thing. Now, if you do long touch, it goes over here to this screen. Legend explains what the highlighted day was for on the calendar. Payday will also go to that screen. Forget what I'm doing here. And reboot. Let's do it. You see how quick time came up. Lots better with SNTP. So that's it. There's a lot of code in this that's useful for learning, especially using OFR because it's poorly documented. I have a demo program. I think it's also already on Github. I have an OFR demo program. It shows a lot of the features. It doesn't show them all. I need to go back and update that. Come on, touch. Let's go back to there. Okay. So that's that guy. It uses some Sprite, but the T7 that I have in there is a V1.3, and it's a W room, and it doesn't have PS RAM. So I can only use a little bit of Sprite because it runs out of heat really quick. I need to change it to a W rover, so I'll have PS RAM, and then I can have all the screens be in PS RAM, and no flickers, no nothing. Makes it really nice. So that's the code. I'll put the link in the comments, and if you like it, use it. If you have any suggestions, tell me. I gladly accept suggestions for new features, or especially bug reports if you find something wrong with it. So enjoy. Thank you.